Here we are catching up for the first time in probably 6 to 7 months. As everyone knows, we are in the middle of a pandemic. And here in the Philippines, we have the distinction of being in the world's longest lockdown, which is no fun. It is no fun by any stretch of the imagination. Some 6 months ago, we were given 72 hours to make a decision whether to stay here in the Philippines or getting on a plane and going back to the US, where we kind of felt that the US might be in a better situation to manage this pandemic. We weighed the options, the pros and cons, and at the end of it all, we decided to stay. We made a decision to be here. And part of that is you don't up and run whenever there is a challenge within certain boundaries and borders, I might point out. But given that we were in the middle of building a house, we were responsible for people's livelihoods, we certainly were responsible for our own safety, the decision for us was not an easy one. So here we are some 6 months later. Progress on the house has slowed despite us losing a little bit of downtime. That wasn't because of lack of motivation to work. During a situation such as this pandemic, when we say you had to lock down, you had to lock down.
The pandemic definitely threw the whole world curveball. We're all just figuring it out right now. A lot of the projects that we were supposed to start this year and plan for next year have been put on hold indefinitely. I'm just glad that projects like this one, which we started last year, we managed to keep going. Right before the lockdown, I asked the guys if the ones who want to stay can stay, because they all live in provinces far flung. They wouldn't have been able to get home in those 2 to 3 days that they gave us. The others who did get home, they're still home right now. I've been asking them if they wanted to come back, but they said their families, or even themselves, they're afraid to go back into Manila for fear of catching the virus.
So with that, we're happy with where we are. We're happy that we've been able to help those workers of ours who chose to stay in Manila to maintain some semblance of livelihood. I mean, a lot of people who were maybe pouring concrete 6 months ago are doing something very different right now. I can speak personally for myself. I was designing clothing full time, and here I am designing face masks, trying to manage my day-to-day realities of personal life and work, and you adapt and we'll figure out our way forward.